This recording is in progress. Hello, everybody. It's the Billy and Joe Top 10 show. I'm Billy.
Hey, I'm Joe Carney. Good to see you.
Joe Carney is the host of Indy's Local Flavor. Google it. You'll find it on several podcast platforms. Joe Carney, what is happening today, my friend? This is an early show on a Wednesday. This is what do they call those things? This is strange.
I'll take it. It's a rainy Wednesday here in Indy. So what are you going to do?
Well, 85, humid and sunny here in Houston, Texas, the armpit of the state. Gulf of Mexico.
I thought that was Waco.
Oh, man. You know, if it wasn't for the events that happened in Waco,
yeah,
I wouldn't even know that it was on the map. And no disrespect to anybody from Baylor.
Right.
Yeah. So what's happening, Joe? What's happening in Indy? What's going on in the world? You normally give us a little bit of a recap. You normally with the Billy and Joe Top 10 show, we are unrehearsed.
Yes. Good news on the podcast end for me. Say hello to everybody in Austria. Picked up Austria this week, and also picked up a couple states here in the U.S., but the big one was Brooklyn, New York, home of the Beastie Boys. Ooh. So that's fun.
Oh, nice. And you're probably watching us on our YouTube channel, Keeping the Nostalgia Alive show. Please subscribe to that. I have a audio podcast. I'm trying to transition, but I do have an audio podcast on Keeping the Nostalgia Alive. That's all one word, keepingthenostalgiaalive.podbean.com. There's it's a variety of shows, lots of stuff about the game of basketball from the state of Indiana and 6 degrees of separations with the game. There's some football. There's some entertainers. Please go to Keeping the Nostalgia Alive, all one word, keepingthenostalgiaalive.podbean.com. And please subscribe to it and check it out. And like I said, Joe Carney is the host of Indy's Local Flavor. I would also be correct in defining it as a variety show also, where you talk about sports, current events, music, past, present.
Yes, sir. Did you hear the college basketball news today?
I did not.
Mike Krzyzewski of Duke is going to retire after this season, per ESPN's Adam Schefter. Some more news. I'm sure you heard about this. Tennis star Naomi Osaka is retiring, I believe, from the French Open, possibly for the year, due to anxiety issues. And then all the NBA stuff, I don't know if you're following that. Trae Young of the Atlanta Hawks got spit on by a fan. Russell Westbrook of the Wizards got popcorn dumped on him. Kyle Irving of the Brooklyn Nets got bottled water. I don't know if that was full or empty thrown at him. And I don't know if you saw this video. A fan at the 76ers Wizards game tried to run on the floor, and he got old school Mean Joe Green tackled by security before he made it very far. So there you have it.
The world is a crazy place. If I'm not mistaken, and reading something too, I hear that Brad Stevens may be moving from the head coaching position at the Celtics to the basketball of operations.
I didn't know that. So that's great for him.
I think, unless there was a great picture on the internet the other day, and it is a picture of someone with a rolled up dollar bill snorting cocaine, but it's in the letter of internet.
Oh, yeah.
Like it's so addictive. And,
sure.
There's always that saying now that, well, if you read it on the internet, it's true. So I may be incorrect about Brad Stevens. So Joe has deep knowledge of hip hop and rap music. I think I get both of those categories correct, don't I, Joe?
Yes, sir.
And I was thinking, and once again, you're with the Billy and Joe Top 10 show. We do a variety of top 10 topics every week. I was trying to think of a topic the other day, although we have the topic for today. And I was thinking of greatest hip hop or rap
Mhm.
songs.
Okay.
I don't, but I know you could do that. I don't think I could do that. I think that would be an interesting list possibly to do on the Billy and Joe Top 10 show.
Sure. Of course. No problem.
But you know that takes us into our category for the day. And when Joe was talking about Mike Krzyzewski, there's Mike's personal autograph and personal photo back there in the back. And speaking of Coach K, if it wasn't for Coach Knight, who's also in there in the back, there would be no Coach K.
And I'm sure you know where he plays college basketball.
Oh yes, played at West Point under Bob Knight, and
Yes.
Coach K's father passed away, and he went back home to the Chicago, Illinois area. Wasn't going to come back. Wasn't going to come back. He was
Oh,
done. He was done. He was done. So Coach Knight went to his house for 3 or 4 days, convinced him to come back, stayed with his mom and him, and consolations and good conversation and
yeah.
evidently good advice, seeing that where Coach Krzyzewski is now. On the downside, all we're going to hear next year during basketball season is Duke.
Yeah. Exactly.
I don't have a problem with that though.
No, I don't either. He's earned it, definitely.
Yeah. So we were working on today's list, and today's top 10 is Yacht Rock. Yacht Rock artists.
I did 20.
I did 21.
So okay. All right.
From now on, I always come prepared with Joe Carney from Indy's Local Flavor. I come prepared. One of these days, one of these days, it's going to be Billy. I did 99.
I did 101. Yeah.
Yeah. It's like someone, it's like, this is what you do. You give everybody a piece of paper, give everybody a writing utensil, and go, we're going to have a contest that I'm guaranteed to win. And they're going to go, okay, let's try this. And then you go, okay, you have 30 seconds to write down all the dogs that you know.
Famous
so
dogs.
they're all over there writing German Shepherd. You know, they may even be slick and smart enough to write, Skip, who's my dog's name. But I really don't have a dog named Skip, but they could write Skip to include that as a number, within that 30 seconds of writing. And then they get done and everybody's reading their lists and, somebody goes, whoa, you got 19 dogs on your list. Well, I win because I had 101 Dalmatians.
Nice.
I almost got ran over by a Dalmatian the other day, and I asked the lady where the rest of the other 100 were, and she kind of looked at me very strange. I don't think that people can stay up with you and I, Joe. I think that's the problem. If we could slow our stuff down, people would really think we were funny.
Welcome to Hazard County.
Yay, man. Speaking of that, you guys do see the bust back in the back.
Okay.
Okay, I put on a shirt on it. I sell shirts, and I thought I would give it a name.
Okay.
Buster. Look at that.
Sure.
Nobody offended. So back to our top 20 Yacht Rock artists, and I'm sure we're going to insert some. I wanted to make sure that I had started recording, and she told us that, didn't she?
Yes.
Of course, we're going to talk about some of the tunes of these Yacht Rock artists, but what a definition of Yacht Rock on the internet. And I am going to let Joe go first.
Do you think we need to explain what Yacht Rock is? Because some people may not know what that is.
It's really you may explain it. I would say it's the definition of the music you would listen to or think about when you do see people on sailboats and yachts.
Okay.
70s, early 80s, adult contemporary soft pop rock.
Yes.
Something that you can put on, something that you can listen to, something that may be called elevator music, something that is not offensive to anybody, and you could have it on. It's not too loud. It's not too soft.
Yeah, that's fair. It's the adult contemporary easy listening of the 70s and 80s that you can play at work, and it's not offensive at all. It's totally safe.
And I don't mean offensive like I just mean it's not too loud, or it's not Come On Feel the Noise by Slade/Quiet Riot.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Now I would like to show everybody my Bible. Well, it's not a Bible, but
I'm impressed. You own a Bible, Billy. I'm
I
impressed.
actually do. I actually do. And you know what's funny is, do you have a concordance?
I have a Bible dictionary. So no,
You knew what I was talking about. A lot of people don't, and a lot of people are kind of surprised that I do. But this is my Bible that I could read over and over like a novel, man.
Yeah.
There's just new artists that I see in here every day. I'll just pop it open and just and that's why I know, Leo Sayer has 4 #1 hits. I know that, how many, top 40 songs Rod Stewart had, Elvis Presley, the Beatles, all of that in here, and the dates and the years and some miscellaneous information. Billboard Book of Top 40 by Joel Whitburn, and it is just it's just a obsessive compulsive disorder person who loves music's handbook.
I have that, but I have a older version. I got mine in the 90s. So, but yeah, it's a great resource.
Yes, it was, and it was actually a great. That wasn't a great resource because I kind of took mine down from the music that I was grown up with and listened to on radio there in Indianapolis, and we'll go back to you again, and I think we did do the definition of yacht rock, didn't we?
Yes, we did.
You got to take it really slow and pronunciate though. Yacht rock. Yacht rock.
Yes.
It'll be interesting to see if we have the same artists and where we have them too.
Yes, definitely.
Go ahead, Joe.
Number 21. Love these guys. Ambrosia.
How much I feel
for you, baby.
Joe, I am impressed, man. I'm a little bit older than you, so I am impressed that that's man. That's great choice. Okay, my number 21. Anybody who saw Benji as a young age heard.
Oh wow!
Feels so good.
I wish I still had the board game.
Feels so good by Chuck Mangione.
Sure. Okay. Yeah. Right.
Every once in a while when someone will ask me my name and or they're trying to sell me something, and I kind of know that they don't know a lot. They'll say,
sure.
Well, what's your name? I said, well, Chuck. Last name Mangione. Kind of like macaroni, but put a J in there. Well, yeah. Okay, Chuck. Did you have a number I can call you at?
I would give them the old telephone number for the weather line.
Oh, 222222222.
Yes.
Or when you start out with 555, you're not getting a sale.
No, not so much. My number 20 is every Chicago Bulls fan should know this song. I mean, this group, the Alan Parsons Project.
That's impressive. I have them at number 17.
Mm-hmm.
When I was in my brother's wedding back in 1997, we were introduced that way, coming from the church to the reception and spotlights and the Alan Parsons Project. Great group. Lots of minute time keeps flowing like a river on and on to the sea. Now, I'm probably going to get slapped around here a little bit for my number 20 choice, and that's the Eagles.
Okay.
The Eagles.
At 20? Wow, that's lowish.
As long as the internet does not invent where you can come out and slap me, I can say anything I want without you can be disappointed in me. But but there is a whole, if you're going on a 60-minute yacht trip, you can listen to 60 minutes of Eagles music on your yacht trip.
Sure.
Excuse me, Captain Obvious. Do you have any yacht music on our yacht trip?
So here I have to mention the passing of Gavin McLeod, the captain of the Love Boat. Great actor. So he would be driving our yacht since we can't afford one.
Yo, Gopher, come here.
He's now a senator, or was a senator.
Yeah, congressman or whatever it was.
Yeah.
Yep. So be mad at me, be disgusted at me. I did say the Eagles at number 20.
Oh, that's fine. My number 19, he played at the State Fair here a couple years ago. Great artist, if you like flamencos, Christopher Cross. So, what?
Jiminy Christmas, man.
What?
That disappointment that you have in me for saying the Eagles at number 20. I mean, the guy has a number one hit called Sailing, Take Me Away. That right there is the title of Yacht Rock. He should actually sue. Shame. Well, the shame of it all.
So you're saying mine's a little low?
Well, I it's repercussions for the Eagles at number 20.
Okay, fair enough.
So
I've got a pretty tight list here.
So the neat thing is, Christopher Cross is my number one, but I got a tie. So as long as you don't roll off this other guy's name, I'll be in good shape.
He's your number one?
Christopher Cross, man. You did just type in Yacht Rock and Christopher Cross comes up, and you take look at it on a playlist on Amazon Music, on a playlist on iTunes, on a playlist on Pandora. We're not getting money from any of those that I mentioned, by the way.
Yeah.
I'm gonna blank. I'm gonna edit those out like they do the Pepsi cans in the movies when they're saying something and there's a big blur back in the back, but it's damn Pepsi.
Okay. So, well, I mean, I get the logic, but I'm like, nah.
Okay, man. So from now on, we're gonna do it like Andorra, Audify, seventh letter, eighth letter in the alphabet tunes.
Beta tunes, yeah.
All right, man. Sorry about that. Yeah. So
okay.
No, I'm not this is why we do our list. This is why we have a good time.
Yeah, oh yeah, definitely.
So that was your number 19.
Yes.
Was that what did you even in the thought process have Paul Hardcastle? No, 19.
No, I did
Is that
not.
A pretty good impersonation, by the way?
Yes. He's a military man entering.
Yeah. No,
War of
19.
Vietnam. Yeah.
No, 19.
Yeah.
It's interesting the music that we listen to and how we appreciate it today, but didn't really appreciate it back then, or what the meaning was.
Right.
What the meaning was going to be later on in our life.
Oh man, if you do like lyrics from the 80s, from when you were a kid, and what they are now, you're like, oh boy.
Yeah. So. Don't pay the ferryman.
Right.
Christy Berg, Lady in Red. I did not have him at 19. Hold on. My number 19 is You Got to Be Somebody's Baby. Jackson Brown.
I forgot him. That's a good choice.
Got to be somebody's baby. And then he talks, there's another song with him, Lawyers in Love.
Lawyers in Love, yes.
Yeah, but the number 19 is Jackson Brown. Anytime I hear Jackson Brown, She Got to Be Somebody's Baby, I think of Fast Times at Ridgemont High and Jennifer Jason Leigh and the baseball park, and I digress.
Who was the female with the black hair?
Huh?
The female. Yeah, that's Fast.
Oh, yeah. She was married to Kevin Kline for years.
Yeah.
Coming off the playing to the Cars music.
Yeah, I'm drawing a blank.
Man. Okay. Next.
My 18th pick. I wish I saw him live. I have not. He would come to Deer Creek every year. Steve Miller Band.
God bless you, my friend. It's one of the great memories that I have. I went with my dad to see the Steve Miller Band at Deer Creek. He was promoting a jazz album that he was doing, which every concert you go to, they're going to play new stuff. So that's why they tour and promote stuff. But So one of the times I didn't have any beer. I had all my full senses with me. And I'm glad that I took my dad to see that because that was a very enjoyable evening. Great choice with Steve Miller, as Steve Miller Band, which however you want to include it. And great memories of my dad, who's no longer with me, but with us. But a great choice.
Thanks.
Yeah, I love Abracadabra, by the way.
Me and my brother had that on 45, and my mom came in one time because it said black underwear with the angels, with the angel's face.
Black panties with the angel's face.
Yes, yeah.
I have a story about that also later on. Oh, and I had fun telling my mom what KISS stood for.
Well, that was banned at the Kearney Complex.
Oh my God! What these people look? What's going on here? What's that stand for? That's Knights in Satan's Service, mother.
Yeah. And what happened next?
I think it was burnt with some of my Star Wars figures or baseball cards that I paid attention more than I did my Bible.
Now, hold on a minute. You have not told that part before. Your Star Wars stuff was burned?
Yeah. I told you about the baseball cards.
Yes.
Yeah.
And the comic books.
Star Wars too. So, but
Oh man.
I know. And I remember getting my allowance and I bringing up 2 Darth Vaders, and my dad said, "What are you doing?" I said, "I'm getting one to save and one to play with."
Sure, of course. People do that all the time now. So
great choice with Steve Miller, man. Was that your number 18?
Yes, sir.
Here's another one I'm going to get smacked with. Fleetwood Mac.
That's a little lowish.
It's the same stuff over and over and over. Landslide, and then the next song is the same depressing. I wouldn't even want to be. I would want to be on a yacht and not know how to swim and jump off and drown with some of their songs.
Okay. You want to talk about typing in Yacht Rock and what bands come up? Give me a break.
Well, also, how I feel.
That's fine.
All right. So, but I agree. And from sales, popularity, and I know some people. I actually know a person. He's originally from Nigeria.
Okay.
Great guy named Sly, and he tells me he had the Rumors album.
Yeah, sure. Yep.
And he said he played it to death. And I looked at him. I go, I would never have thought that. I never would have said that you have had Rumors on vinyl and you played it till you almost wore it out. So different strokes for different folks, and it's interesting. That's why I love music so much.
Me too.
So much.
Me too.
It can take you someplace just like that. It can change your attitude just like that. It can make you miss somebody just like that.
Oh yeah.
You're with someone you haven't seen in 30 years just like that.
Right. I agree. My number 17, Life's Been Good to Me So Far, Joe Walsh.
That's
it.
It went 185, right?
Uh-huh.
Now I don't drive. I live in hotels and tear out the walls. I have accountants pay for it all. No. Well, that same hand that you have out and you're slapping me because of Fleetwood Mac and the Eagles?
Yeah.
Put that hand back out because here comes another shocker.
Uh-huh.
Love that face. That's pretty good, man. That's pretty good. Focus in, people. Just rewind a little bit and look at Joe's face because he's like, if we could be PG-13, he'd be like, here comes some bull corn. As a friend of mine would say. Number 17.
Yeah.
Go back, Jack. Do it again. I've got Steely Dan at 17. And Joe does not like it.
I forfeit. I forfeit. This match is over. I forfeit.
Ding, 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 ding. We all have our definitions. This is why we do it. This is why we do it.
I surrender.
Everybody who's listening and watching knew it was over when I said Chuck Mangione at the beginning with Benji, or turned us all off when I said the Eagles at number 20.
Yeah.
Sorry, man.
Oh my, that's okay.
Maybe it'll get a little bit better here from 17 and down.
Oh, I'm sure it will. You'll just do all the one-hit wonders.
I've only been on a yacht once.
That's more than me. That's one more than me. My number 16 is legal in some states. It's the Doobie Brothers.
And I have them at number 11. So there is a little bit of agreement. There is a little saving face here on the Billy and Joe Top 10 show where we're doing the top 10 yacht rock artists of all time. Joe has just said the Doobie Brothers. That is one of the songs that I love to sing also and really mess my mom up with. We'd be in the car and I'd be singing, gonna put the Dixieland, pretty mama, come and take me by the hand now, baby, take me out. Pretty woman, dance with your baby all night long. I like to hear some funky. What'd you say? I said funky. No, I think I said funky. It's a lyric. You know what? When you think of the Doobie Brothers, when's the first time you saw the Doobie Brothers? Why did you list the Doobie Brothers? What's your memory when someone tells you Doobie Brothers besides?
What's the name of that song? Actually, I saw they played a lot of their songs when they opened for Steely Dan at Deer Creek. So, yeah.
I think someone my age's worst nightmare, and that was watching them on the Jerry Lewis muscular dystrophy telethon and knowing that I had to go to school the next day. All these other kids don't know crap about going to school.
Yeah. Yes.
The day after Labor Day.
Yeah, exactly.
But that's, and they, they did so, Jerry Lewis did so much for muscular dystrophy and for charities. But it's interesting. I always ask people, what do you think of, or how, where does that take you? But that's, I remember watching it a day before on Labor Day, watching the Doobie Brothers perform on the muscular dystrophy telethon with Jerry Lewis. So it's interesting where our mind goes when we hear an artist or a song.
And it's a big split up between the original Doobie Brothers and then after Michael McDonald joined. So yeah, great song.
Love Michael McDonald.
Yeah, me too.
Love Michael.
I keep forgetting.
I keep forgetting. I didn't love it anymore. I keep forgetting. They will never be the same again.
Yep.
Not too bad, was it?
Okay.
Doobie Brothers, Michael McDonald, on my own. So depressing song.
Yes, it is.
Patti LaBelle, it was number 1.
Yes, it was.
Okay. Number 16 for me, the Climax. Blues band.
Yeah. Great song.
Couldn't get it right. And then also they had a great song, I Love You. When I was a younger man, I didn't care.
Right.
Climax Blues Band. It's interesting because Climax Blues Band, there were a lot of people who did not want to grasp the streaming thing. The Beatles and Bob Seger.
Correct.
They didn't want to grab it. They thought that people were still going to go out and go buy their albums, and they didn't want to go to the wait side. And maybe good for them, and maybe they made a lot more money hanging on to that. But why was I saying that? Oh, Climax Blues Band was really hard to find until a lot of these streaming services, I guess, started paying this or that, or
Yeah.
a wiffle ball bat with some of these artists. But I love the Climax Blues Band, number 16.
Yeah, great 80s band. My number 15, I had one of their 45s, the Styx. So that's my number 15.
I used to have a great Styx impersonation, and if I had a watch on, I'd take it off and just put it in my hands. And
Yes.
that would mean I have too much time on my hands. Now, do you remember? Yeah, I saw a reflection of myself in the mirror. That was kind of wacky. Do you remember? Do you remember 21st of September? No. What was your number?
That would be number 15.
And what was it?
Styx.
Oh, they had a record album. Once again, it took me to Tony Warner's house, which is right next to my aunt and uncle Chinese, and he showed me the Paradise Theater album. And the album was etched with a theater and sticks, and it played on the turntable. Youngsters out there, look up the word turntable. Yeah, great. Tommy Shaw, Dennis DeYoung.
Mm-hmm.
I have there Babe. Too much time on my hands. Just very good stuff. I got to see them in concert too at Deer
Still
Creek
there?
too, with Pat Benatar. Now, yes, I am. Hello.
Still there, Billy?
Yeah, I am in on this end. Maybe you can't hear me. Can you hear me now? You are frozen. We'll make this